Good morning, folks, and welcome to an all-new Munro Minute. Recently, I've been talking about one article of clothing, or one type of article of clothing, which are my vests. Today, I'm going to talk about an article of clothing that's a little different. I'm going to talk about my collection of baseball caps. Now, why did I choose to collect baseball caps? I'm going to start from kind of a weird angle. You see, I've always been a big lover of geography, on all different levels. But usually, at any certain point in my life, there's one particular scale of geography that I'm a little more interested in than all of the rest. And right now, and for the past while, I would say it's major U.S. cities. And especially for entities like major U.S. cities, I found that baseball caps are one of the most simple and cost-efficient yet effective ways of representing or showcasing a municipal entity. So without further ado, I'm going to go to my collection right now. As you can see, I just barely managed to fit everything all on one hanger. And I'm not going to even try and go in chronological order of when I got them, but I'm going to start with one of my old favorites. This is my Sacramento Kings hat, which is a NBA team, the Kings of Losers. They almost never win, I've felt like, or whenever I've seen it, but recently they did beat the Lakers, and that probably doesn't mean quite as much as it would have a few years ago, but still pretty impressive to me. One disclaimer I will make is that I'm not really much of a sports commentator, so I'm not going to talk much about the teams, but mostly I'll talk about where I got them, because a lot of these have some pretty interesting stories. Almost as much as my vests. This one came from the basement of sort of a high-end hotel in Washington, D.C. called the L'Enfant, in which on the basement level there were tons and tons of different stores, one of which was a pro sports store, which had all sorts of hats like these. When I was in probably about 3rd or 4th grade, I got my first one of these. And then later on, in the spring of 7th or 8th grade, I was on a boat ride near Sanibel Island on the west coast of Florida, and the wind picked the hat off of my head and blew it into the river. So there's probably a dolphin wearing it now. Anyway, when I came back to the L'Enfant Hotel in the summer of 8th grade, I got another one of these, to which my parents warned me that it would be a long time before I came back to the L'Enfant to get another one again. Now, a lot of the stores, especially some of the ones most memorable to me, have closed in the L'Enfant basement. But when I was in the L'Enfant in Washington, D.C. during the October 30th, 2010 Rally to Restore Sanity, the store, rather, that sold these hats still happened to be in business. So a big kudos to everyone behind